Hey everyone, just a blog update for you. I'm 8 weeks into my training now, things are going quite well. I'm breaking my training down into three different parts at the moment. I've got my strength training, which is generally done here in the gym, doing quite a lot of leg endurance work, trying to build up my powerful muscles like quads, hamstrings, calves that are going to help me propel myself through the sand dunes, etc. And then the other two phases are both running really. One of them is kind of like long distance base miles, so some of it weighted, some of it clean fatigue. That consists of about 50 to 60 miles every week so far, and then the second part of my running is the speed work, which I've just introduced this last week. I've got a few tips off some triathletes. A guy called Nick Crosby has told me to build some quality sessions into what I'm doing. So what I've been doing is kind of 45 minutes to an hour and a half, but of quite intense speed work. So incremental or decreasing in speed, but starting off high. And that's given me the base speed and power I need in my legs, which will then inevitably help the base miles that I'm also doing. Because there's so much distance done on my legs, the only other thing I'm doing is breaking it up every now and again when I feel a bit tired or a bit lethargic, or maybe hitting the bike or the rower or the cross trainer, just to give my legs a little bit of a rest for a couple of days, and just doing some base aerobic stuff on there. So apart from getting tired every now and again, the general part of my training is going well, and the periodisation that I needed from start to take me into April before I start tapering down for the actual race itself is all going really well. All my build-up competitions are all kind of coming together as well. Last week I did the 3 Peaks National Challenge in 24 hours, which all went really well. My legs felt really strong, and on the hills I felt quite powerful. Not this weekend, but the weekend after, I've got the Nokia Coast to Coast from Nairn in Scotland to Glencoe on the west coast, which is 106 miles. That's going to be a good indication of how my endurance training is coming along. October I've got the Great South Run coming up, and then in November I've got 2 half marathons up in the Lake District, one on the Saturday, one on the Sunday. Again, good indications on the hills over long distances of how my endurance running's coming. Then I'm going to have a small break for Christmas and just taper off a little bit, give my body a rest, and then hit it hard again in January. In February I might do the Lightning Run, which is back-to-back 10Ks with a partner over a 12-hour period. And anything else that you guys want to suggest, just click on my email and send me any suggestions that you've got. But overall everything's going quite well. The actual sponsorship phase is going really well as well. I'm up to 6% of my £50,000 target that I was looking for already. And we've only been online for 3 weeks now, so that's really positive news. Everybody likes the website, and everything seems to be going really well. You know, I'm really chuffed with the way things are developing at the moment. Like I say, it's a really worthy cause, something quite close to my heart. Dean had his operation the other day, and he's out of hospital now, and he's making good progress in his recovery. So hopefully it won't be too long before we have him walking and maybe doing some light weights in the gym. But I won't hold my breath on that one. He seems to be avoiding it quite well at the moment. I've got a few thank yous so far to go out. One to Alpine Homes again, to Colin Stoneman and Stephen Noakes, who've been helping with the management and development of everything we're doing so far. Paul, the web designer, or Cutters as everybody knows him, needs a really big thank you, because everybody's giving me massive compliments on how good the website is at the moment. So cheers mate, thanks very much for that. Big thank you going out to you. One of my close friends, a lady called Jo Emery, has decided to organise a charity function, which is going to be a black tie, supper and evening entertainment. That's going to be on Saturday the 25th of February 2012. So keep your eyes peeled on the website for tickets for that. And then lastly, I really need to thank all the people that have sponsored me so far. Like I say, we're up to 6% of that total of £50,000, which I'm looking for, which will provide essential care for people with cancer. And the Wessex Cancer Trust is really big on providing that essential care, and that's essentially what all this £50,000 is going to go towards. So just a few names so far of people that have sponsored me. Thank you to Imogen Hackney, Glenn Avery, Margaret Gore, Alpine Homes, as we've already mentioned, Chris Mason, Mark Cartwright, Guy Reed and Chris Martin, Jojo, Ryan and Sandy Emery, Kirsty Taylor and Stephen Owen, Shannon Owen and Julie Harmon, Sarah Harmon and Natalie Mumford, John Brown, Helen Cornwall, just a few names amongst many that have got us up to that 6% so far. So like I say, with all your help, hopefully we're going to hit that £50,000 target in good time, well before the race. Keep your eyes peeled on my website, www.sandstormo.co.uk, and if you've got any tips for me or any letters of support, you know, go on the contacts there and just feel free to send me anything. It's all appreciated. Thanks very much.